All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Jail, are we ready? I think the jail's on mute.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
All right. Thank you all very much.
Meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the State Court of DeKalb County. My name is Judge 𝗗𝗂𝗞𝗹𝗯. Today is your first appearance hearing for the charges that you were arrested for. First appearance is a hearing where we determine if you will be released on bond, and if you are released on bond, how much your bond will be and how much it will cost for you to be released from the jail from your next court date. For most of you, not all of you, I have your next court date, which I will announce, but you will also receive that information when you are leaving the jail. Please know that if whether we give you a court date today or not, if the information that you provided to the jail is not good information as far as your mailing address or your next court date or any court date changes, you're going to need to provide the jail with that contact information. Otherwise, you will receive a failure to appear and the bond will be revoked and you will have to remain in jail until you resolve your case today. Madam Deputy, is everyone an English speaker? All right, so do we need to are we using language line? What are we doing now?
Yeah, I'm calling like
All right, we'll save them for last and we'll start with those who are English speakers. I'll give my announcements to those who are not when we take their case. Mr. Kevin Anthony Majette. Mr. Majette, please stand up, sir. Mr. Majette, I have before me that you were arrested for driving on no license, driving with no insurance, driving on a revoked registration, and driving on a one-way. I've noted that you have a court date on August 19th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in Division B9. So you will need to appear on that date to answer these charges. Please note that date you'll have opportunity to speak with the judge, prosecutor, or have an attorney represent you if you're qualified for an attorney, or you may be able to bring an to court. It appears that you do not have a driving history, but that's because you don't have a license, Mr. Majette. And I'm sure you know that in the state of Georgia, driving without a license is illegal. And the reason why that is, for all of you all, please pay attention, even though you may be able to drive very well, if you cause some serious injury to someone without a license, without insurance, that person's going to have to come out of pocket. And I don't think anybody here wants that to happen to them or to happen to you. So based on the charges, Mr. Majette, I'm going to issue a $4,000 straight bond. That's $1,000 per count. That means you can go through a bonding company and pay a 10% bond, use property or otherwise in order to make a bond to get out of jail and appear and answer for these charges. Do you understand that, sir? I'm also going to order, Mr. Majette, that you do not drive until you have a proper license. So while this case is pending, if you get caught driving, it's not just going to be a bond. You're going to come back before the court. They're going to know that you have a order not to drive, and the next judge that sees you would not be able to give you bond because you are violating a bond order. Do you understand that, sir? And I'm certain you don't want to sit in jail waiting for court simply because you were driving behind a vehicle. We have MARTA, Uber, and a number of other options here in the state of Georgia. Okay, sir? Let it be no driving, straight bond. Any questions? All right, you may be seated. The next case I have is 𝗖𝗥𝗖𝗟𝗑. Good afternoon, Mr. Baldy. I currently do not have a court date set for you, so you're one of those people who you need to make sure that you are provided the jail with the proper address so that we can send you notice via mail because that's how it will come. Mr. Baldy, if for some reason you do not receive a court date within the next 7 to 14 days, sir, I will highly encourage you to contact the state court of DeKalb County. You can get their information online. It's easily accessible via Google. Give them your name and date of birth, and the clerk's office will be able to tell you about your court date. And you need to continue to do that until a court date is provided because you will be expected to appear in court to address these charges. Do you understand that, sir? I see here that you were charged with going 55 and an 80, going 80 and a 55, charged 1 count of improper lane change and 1 count of DUI. Mr. Baldy, you do not have a previous driving history, although you are a licensed driver, so I'm going to grant a $1,000 bond per count. That's a total of $3,000, but this will be a signature bond. That means, Mr. Baldy, is you simply sign your name, promise me that you will appear in court and that you will receive your court date, and then you would need to show up. Do you understand that, sir? Right. You also, Mr. Baldy, should not drive with any drugs or alcohol in your system. Do you understand that, sir?
I understand this.
All right, that'll be the order of the court. Go ahead, Madam Deputy, excuse me.
Okay.
The next I have Mr. 𝗖𝗔𝗠𝗣𝗍𝗄. I'm sorry.
That's the
Okay,
language.
𝗖𝗜𝗥𝗖𝗟𝗘, sir. We'll come back to you. One momento. Willie James Moses. Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses, I see that you have a court date scheduled for September 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m. is when you need to appear back in court to address these charges in Division B11. We will provide you with that information when you appear in, we'll provide you with that information before you leave the jail. I have that you were arrested for a seatbelt violation and driving on a suspended license, Mr. Moses. I also see, after reviewing your criminal history, Mr. Moses, that you have been over 75 times received citations in the state of Georgia or other states in the United States for driving violations. It does not appear, Mr. Moses, you drive very well. Based on this, Mr. Moses, I am going to grant you a bond. I'm going to grant a $1,000 bond for the seatbelt and a $1,000 bond for the suspended license. That's a total of a $2,000. That will be a straight bond. I am also going to order, Mr. Moses, you are not to drive in the state of Georgia until this case is resolved. Do you understand that, sir?
Bond for driving.
I'm sorry. Can he come closer to the computer? I can't hear him, Madam Deputy.
They already gave me a bond. For the license. Zero gave me a bond for 500. They could not give me a bond for the 𝗖𝗂𝗞𝗹𝗯. So really, all I need is a bond for the people.
Okay. Well, now I understand, Mr. Moses. And unfortunately, because of your driving history, my order is that you're going to have a $2,000 straight bond. So I am amending the previous judge's order. And it'll be a $1,000 bond for the suspended license and a $1,000 bond for the seatbelt. So that'd be a total of $2,000 straight. Do you understand that, sir? And let me tell you, sir, it's probably going to do you a favor because I don't know if you're going to pay cash or through a bonding company. Most bonding companies won't give you a bond less than $1,000 anyway. If you're going to pay it out of pocket, you can still choose to go to a bonding company. You're probably going to come out at approximately the same number. That'll be up to you for you to determine. So that'll be order of court, $2,000, no driving while this case is pending. Do you understand, sir? All right, you may have a seat. Daniel Castillo Velasquez. All right, Mr. Castillo Velasquez, I see here that you do not have a court date set for you yet, sir. We will send you a court date via mail. So again, you want to make sure that you give the jail your proper address so that's what we're going to use to notify you. But I also encourage you to contact the state court of DeKalb County in about a week or so. If you have not received that via mail, give them your name and date of birth so that you can get your next court date. Do you understand that, sir? All right, I have here, Mr. Castillo Velasquez, that you are charged with 1 count of DUI, 1 count of improper lane change, 1 count of failure to signal, and 1 count of open container. I did review your criminal history. It looks like that you have 3 previous traffic offenses, both being stop sign offenses. Because it does appear that you come to court to address those offenses, I am going to grant you a bond. I'm going to grant $1,000 per count for a total of $4,000. I am going to make that a straight bond. I'm also going to order that you have no drugs or alcohol while this case is pending. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Do you have any questions? Straight bond means you can go through a bonding company, or you can otherwise find other ways to pay that amount so you can you don't have to come directly out of pocket for the $4,000 bond, but it's not a signature bond, which allows you just to sign and get out of jail. Do you understand that? All right. All right, you may be seated, sir. And when you are ready to, when the language line is on, let me know. I'm just going to turn off my camera here, Madam Deputy.
The recording has stopped.
All right, Madam Deputy, you might have to try to put that phone closer to the microphone. I can just barely hear it. All right, language line, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let's try that again. Mr. Interpreter, what is your name?
My ID is 450.
All right. We have before us Mr. 𝗖𝗔𝗠𝗣𝗃𝗃𝗃. Can you please introduce yourself to him? All right. Mr. 𝗗𝗔𝗠𝗣𝗃𝗃𝗃, today is your first appearance hearing date. First appearance is not a trial date. This is just an opportunity to address bond in your matter.
La primera competencia ni siquiera no es un juicio, es solamente una primera oportunidad para poder establecer una fianza.
All right, Jill, can you hear me? It looks like I lost internet. Have I returned?
Yes, now
Okay. Mr. 𝗗𝗔𝗠𝗣𝗃𝗃𝗃, your next court date is August 19th at 9 a.m.
muy bien, señor Nectar Catalaje, nosotros con su fecha de corte es el 29 de agosto a las 9 a.m.
I have that you were arrested for one count of hit and run.
Tengo aquí escrito que usted fue arrestado por un cargo de chocar y huir.
I do not see that you have a driver's license on in the state of Georgia.
No veo que se tenga una licencia de conducir en el estado de Georgia.
Based on that, I am going to give you a straight bond, which means you have to pay the full amount, or you can go through a bonding company.
Bueno, que sí, que te voy a establecer entonces una fiesta consecuencia de todo pagar su total cantidad. Hoy como una compañía que
The amount of your bond will be $1,000.
la cantidad de tu fiesta será $1,000.
In addition to that, I'm going to order that you not drive without a license.
En adición a eso, voy a ordenar que no pueda conducir.
Mr. 𝗗𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗆, do you have any questions for me?
Señor Nayero Candelario, ¿tiene usted alguna pregunta?
Going to take that as a no.
No, voy a tomar esta pregunta.
All right, that'll be the order of the court. Thank you, Madam Deputy. Thank you, Mr. Interpreter. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day. The recording has stopped.